Hey guys, and welcome to FPL Trio. Premier League surprises you, isn't it? And since last year, there are so many players and so many things have changed in the Premier League. In this video, we are going to make a report card of few of the last year hits and how so far they have played till game week 10. So, let's start. My first player on the list is Aubameyang. 200 points. Yeah, that is what he got in the last season, and 22 goals he scored. This season, the tables have turned. Oba has given only 3 attacking returns in 10 games so far. And if we dig it further, then he has just scored 1 goal in last 9 game weeks. That's really something which is not expected from Oba. But wait a minute. So far, only 1/3 of the season is complete. And let's hope that the Arsenal captain now returns with a bang. So what are the points you are giving to Oba? 5 or 6? No, just a 4 on 10, as we expect a lot from him. Now moving on to the heart of midfield, Mr. Reliable, the Manchester City playmaker, Kevin De Bruyne. He is one of those few players who you can bet will score more than 200 points in the season no matter what. But this season, so far in the 7 game weeks he has started, he has given 6 attacking returns, which is good for any other player but not for KDB, because the problem with De Bruyne is that he is compared with himself only. So for De Bruyne, I'm giving him a 7 on 10. Now moving to our number 3, Nick Pope. Pope was the most owned goalkeeper last season, and he had given highest points in that category. Even at a whooping price of 5.5 million this season, he had a good ownership of more than 20%. But his number tells a different story this season. He has just managed to keep 3 clean sheets in the 8 games he has played, and especially when you spend 5.5 million on a keeper, to demand more. So a 5 on 10 for Pope. Now moving on to number 4. He's one such defender who had an ownership of more than 50% even before the season started, and after that he has just disappointed everybody. Alexander-Arnold so far has a season to completely forget. Only 6 points in the last 5 game weeks, and adding to it a calf injury. Maybe the fortunes are not in his favor at all, but what we hope to see back the old Tar who provided 15 assists last season. If I would have prepared this report card at end of the last season, Tar would have got a 9 or maybe a 9.5 on 10. But for now, I'm giving him just a 3 on 10. So now who's there on the list? And here we go with Vardy. According to me, he is a least reliable forward, because when he scores he's going to give you plenty points, but when he doesn't, you're going to get lost in a desert. And so far till game week 10, Vardy has scored 8 goals, and many of those have accumulated in just 1 or 2 game weeks. He has also provided 3 assists, which is quite impressive but not consistent. But still, I think Vardy deserves a 8 on 10 because he carries Leicester on his shoulders. And now my last player, Bruno Fernandes. Since the arrival of Bruno Fernandes, he has changed the dynamics of Manchester United midfield. The creativity, the threat each game week is becoming more and more impressive, and the one who's toe-to-toe with Kevin De Bruyne in terms of playmaking. And the cherry on the top is on the penalties and gets them much often. What do we need more as an FPL manager? Last season, he managed to score 8 goals, arriving in second half of the season. And in this season, the first 9 game weeks itself, he has already scored 7. So, how much for Bruno? 9? 9.5? Maybe I'll settle for 8.5, because 9 and 9.5 I'm keeping for a few other players like DCL, Kane, Son, who has been more consistent in terms of attacking returns. But yes, 8.5 for Bruno Fernandes. So, this was our report card. Do tell in the comment section below what are your thoughts on these players, and also let us know if we missed any player, who's your favorite that you want to add into this list?